Assalamu alaikum. You are listening Radio Sadai Hurriyat Jammu Kashmir. I am Ibn Salam with Kashmir Update. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, special prayer meetings were held to commemorate the martyrdom anniversary of prominent Hurriyat leader Sheikh Abdulaziz and other martyrs today. Sheikh Abdulaziz was killed by the brutal Indian forces on this day in 2008 when he was leading a mammoth march to Azad Kashmir against the economic blockade of the Kashmir Valley by Hindu extremists of Jammu. Prayers for the departed souls of Kashmiri martyrs were offered in mosques, shrines and other places across the valley. Despite heavy deployment by Indian forces, a group of people led by Dr. Musab managed to reach the martyrs' graveyard at Eidgah in Srinagar to offer Fatiha. At some places, people came out with posters and pictures of the martyred leader. Call for the prayer meetings was given by the All Parties Hurriyat Conference as part of 10-day resistance calendar. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference, while paying rich tributes to Sheikh Abdulaziz, urged the United Nations to stop India from the widespread killings in Kashmir. Hurriyat leaders and organizations in their statement said the best way to pay tributes to Sheikh Abdulaziz is to carry forward his mission to its logical conclusion. Speakers at a seminar organized by All Parties Hurriyat Conference AJK chapter in Islamabad today said Sheikh Abdulaziz always strived for the freedom of Jammu and Kashmir from Indian yoke and ultimately sacrificed his life for the sacred cause. As per APHC calendar, August 14th will be celebrated as the Pakistan's Independence Day, while India's Independence Day on August 15th will be observed as Black Day in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Black flags will be hoisted and anti-India protest rallies will be held against the killings, custodial disappearances, arbitrary detentions, molestation of women and vandalizing of residential houses by Indian forces in the occupied territory. Meanwhile, the Modi-led fascist regime had issued an order making it compulsory for the government employees to participate in the official events on 15th August in the territory. Teachers have been particularly asked to submit details about the preparations for the day. Indian troops have conveyed a warning to the father of martyred youth leader Burhan Muzaffar Wani that if he did not unfurl the Indian flag at the India's Independence Day celebrations, he, along with fellow teachers, would lose the job. The madrasa teachers have also been warned of stern action against not hoisting the Indian flag. The Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir Press Club, in a statement issued in Srinagar, condemned the harassment of journalists by Indian forces over tweets and social media posters. Two politicians and a journalist from Muslim-majority Kargil area of Ladakh region have moved to Indian Supreme Court challenging the constitutional validity of the New Delhi's decision to revoke the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. A political action group, Rashtra Manch, set up by former Indian Minister Yashwant Sinha, has expressed serious concern over the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir after the undemocratic and questionable actions taken by the Indian government on August 5, 2019. The group has demanded restoration of full statehood to the occupied territory by year end. While further tightening noose around Muslims in India under Narendra Modi, the High Court of Karnataka has ordered the management of 16 mosques in Bengaluru to submit affidavit stating whether they are not involved in so-called sound pollution. Delhi police beat up and detained over 36 people protesting against the anti-Muslim rally organized by Hindutva fanatics led by a senior BJP leader on Sunday. And this is for now. Have a good night and keep listening to Radio Sadai Hurriyat Jammu Kashmir.